but I couldn't think. Plates for two, now used by one. Forks untouched since you've been gone. The sunlight falls on your old chair, but it don't warm the silence there. And every cup I rinse and dry still echoes with your goodbye. Sunday dishes, quiet and clean, but they carry what can't be seen. Laughter once in coffee spoons, now just drips and afternoon. No need for storms, no slamming wishes, just the sound of Sunday dishes. Your name still hums in cabinet doors. Your touch still lingers on kitchen floors. But toast don't burn the way it should without your jokes to make it good. Sunday dishes, soap and light, rinsing memories I can't fight. You left behind your favorite mug, still holds the ghost of your last hug. And every plate my hand still swishes tells your story through Sunday dishes. They say move on, clean up the space, but even water knows your face. Sunday dishes, glass and chrome, in a kitchen that don't feel like home. They don't scream, they don't weep, but they know what I can't keep. So I dry my eyes, my heart still wishes for more than these Sunday dishes, still warm. You didn't cry, you didn't shout, just packed your soul and slipped on out. No curtain call, no broken glass, just empty air where love once passed. The light was soft, the clock stayed still, the room just sighed against my will. You touched the knob, then turned away, and silence said what words can't say. The quietest goodbye. No thunder, no goodbye sigh, just hush between two final blinks, where everything and nothing sinks. No sorry babe, no please don't lie, just that soft quietest goodbye. The door clicks shut like morning frost, so gentle I forgot you're lost. But walls remember better than skin. They echoed you not walking in the quietest goodbye. Like a whispered name, still floating round, but not the same. No slammed regret, no reason why, just that deep, quietest goodbye. I begged for loud, I begged for a fight, but you just left like breath at night. The quietest goodbye, so soft it kissed my alibi. And now I walk where we once danced, still feel you fade with each slow glance. I hold no rage, no need to try, just live beneath your quietest goodbye. Still here, still hushed, still goodbye. It wasn't loud, no slamming door, just a hush that hit the floor. No keys dropped, no suitcase thud, just stillness filling up with flood. The kettle boiled, then whined alone. Your coffee stayed untouched, half warm. The record spun that same old song, but somehow it played all wrong. That's the sound of you leaving, not a bang, just air receding. A missing step, a softer chair, your name no longer in the air. I didn't hear you shut the light, but I felt the dark shift overnight. I opened drawers, the socks still there, but something vanished from the air. Not what you took, but what you were. A silence sharp, but never slur. That's the sound of you leaving. The song skipped once, then kept repeating. A glass stood still, the clock moved on, but something in the house was gone. It's not the noise I can't ignore, it's that quiet hum that sings no The ceiling fan kept spinning slow, like time itself refused to go. And every breath I took that night felt like a space you used to write. That's the sound of you leaving, not in footsteps but in feeling, like blues that drops between two notes, or rain that falls but never soaks. Now even silence knows the score, since the moment you closed no door, but left so loud. Leathers cracked where my knees once bent, hands pressed tight like time well spent. I didn't pray when the choir sang, but I did that night when the tires rang. Fog on glass, your breath so near, but your words said what I feared. No church pew, no preacher's lie, just your taillights bleeding in tonight. Backseat prayers whispered low to no one real, but God might know. I folded faith behind your smile, held it like a child on trial. Didn't need no angel's glare, just needed you. But all I had was backseat prayers. You reached the gear, I reached for grace. You drove forward, I stayed in place. I prayed not for you to turn, just for your love to finally learn. Backseat prayers, soft and sore, no amen, no slamming door, just silence where I used to plead, and ashes from the hope I'd need. A cross and smoke, a sighing air, that's all that's left. Backseat prayers.
I thought if I kept still on the run, maybe love would rise above. But engines drown what hearts can't say, and you drove away.
Backseat prayers, old and worn, in the car where I was born, as the woman who learned too late. Prayers don't ever on the rail, sweet tea sweating in a jar of pale, sky hanging low like my last chance, wind humming low like a slow dance. You left in boots and Sunday blue, didn't even say we were through. Just a note by the jar and a crooked sigh. Now I sip and smoke, trying not to cry. Cigarettes and sweet tea used to taste like you and me. Now it's bitter smoke and sugar lies, sunset sitting in your old chair side. Love was hot but didn't stay free. Now I sit with cigarettes and sweet tea. Front porch creaks like it knows the song. It played too short but hurt too long. Neighbors wave, I nod and smile, but I ain't laughed in quite a while. Cigarettes and sweet tea, little glass ghosts looking back at me. You stirred me slow and walked away, left my hands full of yesterday. Now I toast to what used to be, with nothing but cigarettes and sweet tea. You were fire and sugar cane, fast to burn, slow to stay. Now I sip and drag inside and wonder why I didn't try. Cigarettes and sweet tea, two things that never set me free. One curls smoke, the other clings. Both remind me of your rings. I drink, I breathe, I try to be whole again, with cigarettes and sweet tea. Still sweet, still burns. Woke up slow before the sun reached across like I used to run, but my hand met nothing but chill, where once your warmth would linger still. The blankets curled like it don't care, the pillow don't even smell like hair. I scoot too far, I reach too wide, and only cold slips back inside. Cold side of the bed, where your heartbeat used to spread. It don't whisper, don't forgive, it just reminds me how you lived. No note, no kiss, no words you said, just cold on your side of the bed. I try to leave that space alone, but empty sleeps like carved in stone. I flip, I turn, I hug my chest, but the other side knows you best. Cold side of the bed, it tells just silence where our bodies meet. You took your soul, your fire, your thread, and left me on the cold side of the bed. Funny how cotton can feel like steel when there's no weight, no skin to feel. Cold side of the bed is where I lie to sleep, you dead. Not in the ground, but in my night. Not in the dark, but out of sight. I close my eyes, I shake my head, but you're still gone. And that side's still cold instead. Still cold, still yours. We met between the bricks and rust, where love was smoke and trust was dust. A little balcony above the street, where danger danced beneath our feet. I lit a smoke, you lit a light. Said you were hers, but not inside. Still I leaned in, you closed the gap, and we kissed like nothing could collapse. Fire escape kisses, hot and wrong, held too tight, but not too long. Every step a shaky chance, every breath a slow romance. No promises, just lips and wishes. We burn too fast, and we fire escape kisses. You smelled like storms and summer sun, the kind in the mess I'd fall right in. No ring, no clock, no clean excuse, just sky and sweat and tightrope truce. Good pie and Sloan's juice wipes slow. You smelled like storms and summer sin, the kind of mess I'd fall right in. You never stayed, I never asked. We lived inside that reckless gasp, where hearts don't think, just taste what hisses from lips that lied. With fire escape kisses. They say some loves ain't built to stay, but some just haunt in steel and gray. Fire escape kisses, no goodbyes, just footsteps fading down the rise. I look up now and still can see that ghost of you hanging over me. He knocked like rain on the porch swing wood, with the lilies clenched like I did good. No words, just petals held out wide, as if that bloom could stem the tide. I stood there barefoot, coffee cold, the same old silence he always sold. He didn't say where he had been, just I missed you, and flowers then. He brought flowers, not answers, fragrant, sharp like dancers, twirling round the truths I knew, wrapped in stems that never grew. I took the vase, but not the stands, 'cause baby, this ain't romance. The ribbon said, forgive me please, but eyes don't beg on bending knees. He left the lies behind the door, but I could smell them on the floor. He brought flowers, not answers, words too late and glances that tried to bloom in yesterday, while my trust wilted far away. Pretty stems in broken glass can't rewind the love that passed. I set 'em down beside the sink, watched 'em fade and tried to think of all the things he wouldn't say, and why his love came cheap that day. He brought flowers, not answers, and all I felt was cancer, spreading through the parts he kissed, still smelling like the nights I missed. But now I know, and now I stand with empty arms and wilted plans. I let them die like he never could. I dropped the needle soft and slow, same old groove from years ago. The song came back, but not the man, just hiss and hum in second hand. Your laugh once danced on every line, now it's warped by dust and time. But still I sit and still I feel each skip like wounds that never heal. Heartbeats on vinyl, turning around, staying idle. Your love plays in 33, but don't sound quite the same to me. The music's cracked, but still it calls. My heartbeat trapped between the falls. You said this song would always play, even if we went separate ways. Now it's the only voice I trust, singing from our vinyl dust. Heartbeats on vinyl, ghosts in spiral recital. Every pop, every hiss sounds like your unfinished kiss. The tune survives the truth uncaused. My heart still turns on these black chords. I tried to pause, I tried to move, but you're carved inside the groove. This record spins, this love repeats, where broken rhythm still repeats. Heartbeats on vinyl, timeless, worn and vital. Even as you fade from skin, you're pressed in wax and violin. I let it play, I let it spin, 'cause in that sound you're here again, spinning still, still mine. You rolled and turned round, 3 a.m. mumbled soft like a prayer to them. I held my breath, I leaned in deep. That's when her name slipped from your sleep. You didn't stir, you didn't know, but baby, my blood turned slow. I laid there quiet, skin turned stone. You dreamed of her while I lay alone. Her name was in your sleep, not loud but cut so deep. No lipstick trace, no telltale phone. You dreamed of her while I was gone. Her name was in your sleep, not loud but cut so deep. No lipstick trace, no telltale phone, just one small word, and I was gone. You called her soft, you didn't mean, but Lord, it's what I'll always glean. You breathed her in, then sighed out sweet, like I was there beneath your sheet. But I could tell that smile, that curl was meant for some faraway girl. Her name was in truth still understands. And though I stayed, I couldn't keep the part of you that dreams so deep. Dreams don't lie the way we do. They speak in tones too soft, too true. Her name was in your sleep, and that's a vow you couldn't keep. You held me close, but not that tight, when you were hers in silent night. Now every sight, restless beat, just reminds me I lost to sleep. Still hear her name when you breathe deep. You turned the knob, the hallway glowed. Didn't slam, just softly closed. But baby, you forgot one thing. The light you left still tries to cling. It spills across the kitchen tile, like memory dressed up in dim denial. I see your shadow in its shape, a warmth that doesn't know you've escaped. Leftover light, soft and slow, still sits where your goodbye won't go. It paints the room in golden lights, pretends you're near, pretends I'm fine. You may be gone out of my sight, but I still live in leftover light. Your chair's untouched, your scent has dulled, but this light glows like you still call. It holds your voice in quiet tones, a flicker on these aching bones. Leftover light, cruel and kind, the only peace you left behind. It don't hold hands, it don't confess, caught it just so clear. A streak of red, too high, too near. It wasn't mine, I don't wear that shade, but God, I knew the kiss it made. Tolo white, now stained with thrill. She left her mark and time stood still. No, no, no lie, no perfume trace, just crimson proof you shared this place. Lipstick on the curtain, truth don't need much rehearsing. One kiss told me all you'd hide, pressed on cotton, loud with pride. She didn't care, you didn't clean, but now I know where you've both been. It faced the bed like some cruel joke, the kind of sign that hearts don't poke. I didn't cry, I didn't shout, just stared until the pain ran out. Lipstick on the curtain, cold and bold but certain. You brought her here where we once lay, where Sunday wine would slip away. You let her touch what I still yearn, and left her shade where love don't return. It ain't the kiss that broke my soul, it's that you let it. Found a note that said, don't forget to grab some milk and cigarettes, right next to one from months ago. Can't wait to kiss you when I get home. Now the magnets barely hold words we once wrote bold and cold. They fade like you, slow and wide, like grocery list and place of pride. Love notes in the fridge once were fire, now all bridge. From passion nights to paper days, from baby please to don't delay. I read 'em all like holy scripts, but all they paper trail of lips once kissed, now just lists
and what we missed. I used to smile at every line. Now I stare like reading signs of love that tries to organize but couldn't fit in daily life.
love notes in the fridge, little ghosts that never bridge the gap between what's said and done, between your hand and where you run. So I let 'em hang, let silence sit, 'cause these cold notes are all that's lit.
Still sticking, still sane, still.
Sang the same song I've sung for years, poured it slow through wine and tears. The mic was cracked, the lights too dim, but I gave 'em soul from toe to brim. The crowd was small, but that's alright. I've played to ghosts on harder nights, but when the last note kissed the air, ain't no one moved, ain't no one cared. No tips in my jar tonight, just lipstick rings and borrowed light. No nods, no winks, no folded praise, just empty tables, vacant gaze. I sang my pain, I gave my fight, but there's no tips in my jar tonight. The bartender cleaned like I was dust, didn't even smile or say you must. I bowed alone, packed up slow, and left the blues with no way to go. No tips in my jar tonight, no coins for truth, no bills for bite. I sang that song you used to love, but your seat's bare, the one above, and all that's left beneath this light is a quiet jar and nothing right. Maybe folks don't need my kind of slow goodbye in every line. Maybe time has closed that door, but I still sing just like before. No tips in my jar tonight, but my voice still holds the fight. out my Sunday coat, found a paper folded note. It wasn't yours, it wasn't new, just a dinner bill from '92. Steak for two and cherry wine, table 7, candle shine. Your name not signed, but I just knew, 'cause no one laughed that way but you. Old receipts, new regrets, numbers fading, but not forget. You paid in full, but left in debt, and I'm still counting tears you let slip through smiles and silhouettes, from old receipts to new regrets. It cost us less to eat that night than what it took to make it right. But bargains don't apply to love when silence fits like hand in glove. Old receipts, new regrets, proof we dined but never met. You held my hand, but not my truth. Paid the check, but stole my youth. I'd trade that meal, those cigarettes, to unravel these new regrets. They say time clears the cluttered shelf, but I found you between ink